All right. Let's see if that makes any changes. The stream's on a bit of a delay, so I'm just trying to check out on my other monitor here what it's looking like. Because when I streamed Lego the other day, man, it was rough. That, it says on YouTube that it's 1080p, but let's be honest, that definitely did not look like 1080p, and it looked like somehow my bit rate was lowered. I don't know if maybe there was like an update that reset it or something. So I just went in and I tweaked it again, and just waiting to see what is going on here. And oh, hey buddy, my dog likes to come in while I'm streaming now, and he wants to see what's going on. Wants to see what all the fuss is about. All right, this looks better, so let's go with this. Let's hope this is good. So all right. So hey buddy, I gotta play the game. Yeah, I gotta play the game. We gotta play the Star Trek. So Star Trek Resurgence, yeah. So it's in that Telltale style. So if you played one of those games before, probably most famously are the Walking Dead ones. That's where I started. I quite enjoyed the first season of Walking Dead, and played through that. The second season played The Wolf Among Us. They had the Batman one. They did the Borderlands one, which people seem to enjoy. So yeah, they had a pretty long history, buddy. I really, no, we were just playing for like 45 minutes too. I figured maybe he'd be getting ready to go to bed. But let's see what we got. Wow, that's it for settings, huh? That it? Boy, it does not like the mouse. Let's is it not like? There we go. I was gonna say I was gonna play this with a controller, and did not like that I did that. Okay, well, let's get into to play then. Empty slot, and we'll begin. See, I'm looking forward to playing this. This is a dramatic lab's adventure. The relationships and events you are about to experience will be shaped by the choices you make. Would have maybe gone with a different font there. I've heard this game is a little buggy. Maybe has some issues going on.
Captain's log, stardate 57931.4. The crew is restless. After spending too many...
I'm gonna just turn up the audio a little bit for the game.
Months
there we
piecing
go.
Our ship back together, we're finally about to venture out on a new mission. And the crew isn't letting this unprecedented ion storm slow them down. They're ready for something different. I know I am. Perhaps more than any of them.
So my
nothing ever stays the same.
My experience with Star Trek is I'm a big fan of Next Generation. Not really ever get into anything else. I tried watching some Deep Space Nine, but it just didn't click.
First officer is en route to the Resolute. Jara Rydek.
Okay, I assume that's us.
Welcome dose of new blood to the crew.
She looks like she could be that same race as Ensign Rowe. Was it Bojarin or something like that? But no, her face is different. Her ridges go up.
Thanks.
No problem.
I'm not great with flying.
You don't say.
But these little shuttles are the worst.
Here's a tip. Don't close your eyes.
The first one seemed kind of
I think
rude.
that would make it easier, but it only makes it worse. Look out the window, pick a star, and just focus on that.
I'll give it a try. Sorry, I'm a little anxious.
I hadn't noticed.
I'm on my way to my first assignment. When we get to the starbase,
So I
I'm
assume,
transferring on to
yeah, I
the-
assume that this is kind of like a shuttle
So am I.
for new crewmates on the ship.
It won't be easy for Jara to step in.
I believe from what I saw, this takes place post
She's half the officer
the
I knew
last
should
of the
become.
Next Generation movies. So was that? That was like Nemesis or something.
She'll be the XO this ship needs right now.
Oh, so we're the commanding officer. You said XO. All right. Cool. Based upon Star Trek. Maybe one of these days I'll watch Deep Space Nine, but I don't know, it's not really at the top of my list. I think I actually need to turn that. Hang on, pause it for just a second. I'm gonna turn that audio back down a little bit. Those audio levels were getting a little... Looked like maybe the game was overshadowing me. Checking its security. Okay. Wow, these graphics are... I mean, it's not that bad. It just looks a little flat. Very,
Starbase
slow.
on the very edge of Federation space. Long way from home now.
There we go. It's a very Star Trek looking nebula type object.
Commander? I'm not usually
Yeah,
such
you
a
didn't
nervous
notice my
type,
dots,
by the way.
buddy. I got
actually did
3
well
of
in the
them.
Academy.
Oh yeah?
Maybe you've heard of the Torvalin test?
Sounds familiar.
It's a tactical simulator that makes the Kobayashi Maru look like a picnic on Pintaris 5.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Anyway, I finished in the top 20. Not just in my class.
That's cool. I invented
I
it.
mean, all time. In the history of the Academy.
Really? That's quite impressive.
Thank you. It was tough. But you know, I set my mind to it and it paid off.
Yeah.
Please place your hand here. Hold it there for a few seconds.
Oh, we get to do it. Deceased.
Welcome, Commander Rydek.
Wait, you're Jara Rydek? You absolutely crushed the Torvalin test.
Yep.
You finished in what, like the top 3?
Number 1.
That would be me.
Now I'm really... It's an honor to meet you, Commander. Sorry, I didn't realize before.
Will be
I
nice.
just came off the shuttle and was glad to be on solid
There's
ground.
gotta be like a Jellicoe mode, right? Where you can just be like a total douche to everybody.
Calloway.
Good to meet you.
I believe Commander Ermot is expecting you. He's in the concourse just ahead.
See you on the Resolute.
Alright. Commander Ermot. Can you move any faster? Okay, I was gonna say, this is gonna be...
Good day, Commander.
Okay, see ya. Oh, everybody else starts running too. Oh, that's great. That makes it super dumb. Oh, what was that? Wait. Oh. Okay, so if you hold down left trigger, maybe points of interest.
Commander Ermot is a bully, so I'm looking for someone with blue skin.
Okay.
Are you all right?
Hi, do you have blue skin?
Well, I'm not sure where my departure dock is. The Resolute's gonna leave without me.
Okay, so we're still... That makes sense. We're still on
The
that space
Resolute is
station.
leaving from this dock.
Oh, you're right. Nerves must be getting to me.
I got so nervous I forgot how to read.
Thanks so much.
Happens to
Commander.
me all the time. Bye. Alright, who is next that I can teach basic human function to? Who are you? What's up, Ponytail?
Excuse me. Have you seen a Bolian around here?
Yes, sir. Right back there, near the replicator.
Ah, there he is. Thank you.
Happy to help, Commander.
Okay.
I'll replicate myself a meal once I'm on board. Starbase 128 has 4 docks.
Okay. Is that it? Just want to make sure I'm not missing. Oh, I'm assuming that's just gonna be like, that's an elevator.
Excuse me.
So.
Welcome to the edge of the galaxy, Commander Rydek. I'm Commander Jan Ermat, Operations Officer on the Resurgence.
He looks like, I don't think he is, but he looks like he's that race, that the guy on Next Generation was, that had blue skin as well, but he had like the harmonica.
Trouble getting here.
This guy does not have a harmonica.
Isn't making anything easy for us right now.
It was perfectly fine. No trouble at all.
I'm glad to hear it. We're grateful you were able to come fill our first officer vacancy at such short notice. From everything I've read and everything I've heard, we're lucky you were available to us.
Damn right.
Coming from a premier starship and all.
What have you heard? What's the word on the street about
exactly
me?
Have you heard about me?
First in your class at the Academy. Received the Starfleet Award of Valor during the Dominion War. Most recently,
That guy you beat to death with a pipe wrench.
On the USS Endeavor.
You've done your homework.
Like I said, we're very lucky. The USS Resolute. She may not look like much compared to the bigger ships, but as far as science vessels go, she can more than hold her own.
Alright, so we're on a science vessel.
And she doesn't look so bad considering 6 months ago.
Shadow
she was
is
nearly
driving
cracked
me-
in half,
driving me
plasma
nuts
fighting
here.
for her life.
It was an accident?
Equipment malfunction. An accident suggests fault, but no one's to blame. It was a planned test, but the warp core was pushed beyond its limits. It destabilized the dilithium, there was a runaway reaction, and the warp bubble deformed. We thought we could reach a higher resonant frequency, but it was more than she could handle. Cost us our first officer and 22 of our crew.
So we're kind of coming
At the
in,
end of the day, we're all responsible for each other.
coming in at a rough
Lost
time.
So many lives. That's a high price to pay.
Too high by any estimation. But there's nothing that can be done about it now except get back to work. And make sure it never happens again. Listen. I realize you've known Captain Solano for quite some time. And I'm sure you're ready to bring your best. But I should warn you that when the captain announced you would be the new first officer, there were those who felt it was a mistake. That he should have promoted from within. So you might want to tread lightly first. Until they
Thanks for
come
that.
to value your contributions as much as he does.
Thank you. Always good to have a sense for what you're walking into.
I just thought you ought to know.
I appreciate it.
Thanks, Bluehead.
Starfleet has assigned us a high-priority mission to the Hotari region.
Okay. Jara made a good first impression with Commander Ermat, coming off as inquisitive and appreciative while showing empathy for what the crew had suffered. Okay. Grateful for her help. Oh, Carter. Ah, so we play as another another person. Okay, here's our, interesting. So there's gonna be combat. Okay. Interesting.
I'll let the captain brief you on board. I know he's eager to see you.
Will we be mission ready in time?
We have every intention. The crew has been working around the clock to get the ship ready. There's still so much to do.
It's funny because, you know, with the Telltale games, like, the biggest knock on them after a while was that engine was just, like, super dated, and people wanted it to change, like, real bad. I assume this is our other character. And this game, I don't know, this looks rougher than I kind of figured it would. I don't know if they're using a similar engine? I can't imagine it's the same engine. I would assume they wouldn't own that. What am I doing here? I'm moving it. Oh, there we go. Okay, that was weird. It was, like, not responsive at all. Okay. I wonder if there's something up on my controller, or if this game is just kind of weird. This is the first time I'm using this controller, so I think it's fine. Okay, maybe it was just that section. That stuff was fine.
Is that?
That plus sign is weird. That plus sign looks too much like a D-pad. Alright, the lower decks. I watched one episode of the lower decks. It was okay. I'm not a big cartoon, not a big animation person.
Nice work, Carter.
Nothing to it, Nilly.
Nilly
Not a
Vanilli?
moment too soon. The boss wants us down in engineering, like now.
Alright. Racia. Edsilar? And they got Nilly from that? Good.
Oh, these are heavy.
Yeah, I know I gotta be somewhere, but I gotta stop. I gotta get some reps in.
You're welcome.
These things aren't gonna bench themselves, you know,
I can see
bro.
myself. And you know what? Not half bad.
Carter Diaz.
Yeah, I'm coming. Alright. I can't run. You gotta tell me which way we're going. No, I want to look at everything. Let me look.
Just fix her.
Let me look.
Hey, need any help? Okay. Good luck.
Okay. Yeah, I'm coming. I got stuff to do. He can wait. Turbo lift.
Engineer.
I heard the new XO just arrived. Won't be long before we get underway. I just hope whatever Chovok called us down for, it's something good. I can never tell with him. I'd rather not end up degaussing plasma manifolds.
You and me working together, we can tackle anything he throws at us.
Your optimism is positively contagious.
I don't know if I'm really sold on this guy's voice actor. I don't know, the character's like young in the face but has gray hair, it kind of seems. And he sounds like he's 15.
We were just looking for you, Commander.
Petty Officers Edsilar, Diaz. I was beginning to think you would be late.
I almost was. I was
on deck right
benching
now,
objects.
Which means if you are not at your post at the appointed time, I do not have someone to replace you. A point I have been forced to make to Petty Officer
Yeah, let's be an
Edsilar
asshole.
on repeated occasions.
So you're saying we're irreplaceable, Commander?
That is one interpretation. Another would be that I would replace you if I could. You can interpret as you see fit.
Oh, he didn't like that.
Suppose you wanted us down here to check in before we go off duty?
Equip yourselves in EV suits to work on the exterior of the hull. I need you to tune the
Is my
structural
controller
integrity field for
disconnecting?
optimal performance. The subspace
It's blinking.
distortions and ionic interference we are experiencing are preventing the proper calibration. But this ship must be ready to depart shortly, despite the storm. The precise nature of these disturbances are not fully understood.
Oh no.
But many systems...
I gotta pause it. My controller actually did disconnect. All right, hang on. Hang on. I have it wired too. I don't know what's I don't know what the deal with that is. Oh wow, it will not it won't turn on. What is going on here? I'm sorry. Wow, it will not. Okay, I will switch to another controller. I'm not gonna waste time worrying about that. I don't know what the charge is on this one, though. So hopefully...
have been affected by the wide band of emissive activity.
Whatever it throws at us, we'll be ready.
This one also has a different button layout than an Xbox controller, so...
I am a Vulcan, Mr. Diaz.
I'm not sure how that's going to go.
Flattery is not necessary. All that I require is that you do your job. Right now, that entails critical preparations, because long-range sensors show that these disturbances will be more severe at our destination, the Hotari system. You have your orders. Do not delay.
Yes, Commander Chobak.
Huh.
All hands on deck.
What's that?
All hands on deck. That's what Chobak said. You know what that means? It means the ship isn't ready to go out.
I think something's actually up with this controller in a big way.
One body at it, and they're going to leave on schedule. Consequences be damned.
Yeah.
It all comes down to us, Nilly. We're the ones who will get it ready.
I know what we can do. But this isn't just any old refit or any old relaunch.
Oh, whoa.
Excuse me.
A lot of new faces coming on board. It's gotta be tough coming as a replacement. That's for sure.
I have no doubts.
They may not be the same crew we started out with. But they're still Starfleet. They'll know what to do when the time comes.
I prefer the scientific method. Evidence over assumptions. Hold on. Now there's an old face I didn't expect to see again. Hey, Miranda.
Dylan, you son of a bitch.
Miranda, you're here?
We thought you were staying on the Adirondack.
Hey, the Adirondack.
So I figured I'd slum it on this bucket of bolts. Looks like you got her back together pretty nicely. I wasn't sure what to expect.
Yeah, don't assault my ship, lady.
Don't talk badly about one of the best ships in all of Starfleet.
We've rebuilt enough of her by now. She better be one of the best.
We'll see about that. But I am glad to be here. He still owes me a bottle of Saurian brandy. Don't think I forgot.
Oh yeah, it's coming back to me now.
Maybe Carter can rustle up that bottle and we can give you a proper welcome. As soon as we wrap up this quick little spacewalk.
Going outside?
Here, let me help you.
Thanks.
So what's the word? Are you back in the security rotation?
Yep. Still running with the...
What is she doing? There we go. Okay.
Good to go. See you on the other side.
Bye. I'm gonna go fuck around with Sherlock Holmes now. The cursor moves so slow. Oh shit! Yeah, lightning. Bitch, I'm sideways!
Let's go.
Title card? Or do we already have a title card? Okay, that's like an episode title. That's cool. Don't mind me, I'll just start touching things.
I don't know much about Kobleon, but my understanding is you need a steady supply of duridium to keep your cell structure stabilized, or bad things start to happen.
That doesn't sound good.
And we have plenty of Duridium in sickbay, so there's no risk of running out.
There's definitely be a part of this game where we run out.
Feel free to make yourself at home. And help yourself to whatever you like from the replicator.
300 bagels. Alright, what can we touch? Choo-choo!
He's still got a thing for trains. The warp engines of their day, apparently.
Examine window.
We'll be out there soon. Going where no one has gone before.
What else we got in here? A little certificate? Diploma? Starfleet Academy.
Don't even know where mine is.
I gotta be honest with you, I have no fucking clue where my college diploma is. I have no idea where my high school diploma is. It's like they never even happened.
Always was the nostalgic type.
You know, I've read a lot of resumes in my life, interviewed a lot of people. Oh, we gotta do T, like
T.
Picard. Read a lot of resumes, interviewed a lot of people, never once ever verified where somebody went to college.
That's lovely.
I'm gonna start just putting Harvard down on my resume.
Jara Rydek. Last time I saw you, it was graduation from the academy. You'd already secured one of the most prestigious assignments possible. And you were burning with enough ambition to fuel 7 trips around the Necrid Expanse.
It's good to see you again, Captain.
I could not be happier to have you on the Resolute. My only regret is that we couldn't provide you with a warmer welcome. The arrival of a first officer to her new ship deserves a bit of fanfare.
Yeah, this is enough for me.
But unfortunately,
we're tough. We roll with the punches.
Refit.
That would be totally unnecessary. I don't need any pomp and circumstance.
You've been here all of 5 minutes, and already you're trying to make us more efficient. I like it. As I'm sure you've heard.
Have you looked at my rock yet?
These last 6 months. The ship suffered some damage, but not nearly as much as the crew.
I assume you mean the accident.
That's right. The tragic accident.
So there's something up with the accident.
We were on the verge of a major...
This guy doesn't want her asking questions.
A quantum leap forward in warp core technology. 10,000 teradynes per second. The ability to travel at a sustained rate of speed longer and faster than we ever dreamed. What would have been the crowning achievement of my career. Right there. Within our grasp.
Right there. That little lightning strike.
So horribly wrong. We pushed her too hard, and a warp core malfunction overloaded the system.
Jeez.
Creating a pressure gradient way beyond what the ship can handle. It was heartbreaking. We lost some of our best people. As captain, I have to take full responsibility.
Well, I would hope so.
It was my decision to make. And I have to live with the consequences.
Yeah, crew knew the risks. That's kind of like one of the big overarching themes for Star Trek, right? Since you know, they are the military. You know, maybe a science ship, but they still signed up for this.
Captain, my job is to mitigate and manage the risks as much as possible. And that's where I failed. In my defense, I will say I might have avoided the whole ordeal if my senior staff had been willing to trust me. There was a lot of...
Well, what did you do to make them not want to trust you?
I think that cost me his confidence. I don't want you to pull any punches. Certainly not on my account.
Get rid of the mustache.
Once we decide on the course of action, I need everyone to fully commit to the mission. Anything short of that just won't work.
You can rely on me.
When things start to go sideways.
Whether I agree or disagree, I can promise.
As long as I have my special pills and juice or whatever it is I need.
That's exactly what I'm looking for. But at the end of the day, it has to be my call. Look, I'll be blunt. We can't afford another mistake. Or at least I can't. Feel like my career is hanging in the balance here. We need a win. Something to restore the crew's confidence.
I understand.
On a more positive note, Starfleet has tasked us with what they're calling a mission of the highest priority. Escorting a senior diplomat to Hotari space. Two previously peaceful and otherwise non-aggressive civilizations now find themselves on the brink of all-out war.
So it's a peacekeeping mission.
I see it as a golden opportunity to not only prove what the Resolute and her crew are truly capable of, but also a mission for which we're uniquely qualified.
Unique in the fact that you need drugs and I have this mustache.
Suggested several orders of magnitude stronger than anything on record. A total anomaly like nothing we've seen before. And you'll never guess where it leads.
Hatari.
Exactly. Very nearly in the precise location where we're headed. Where I imagine the interference will be exponentially greater. But
Who is the diplomat?
will brief us on the details of the rendezvous.
Who is the senior diplomat we're escorting?
That I don't know. Starfleet hasn't said. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. I expect we'll have some rough sledding when we arrive, so I need you to prepare the crew for the worst.
Get your skis,
There's just one more
motherfucker.
thing I want to clarify up front. The metric that for me will be the ultimate measure of your success.
What is it?
If after serving as my first officer, you don't one day find yourself with a ship of your own, then I will consider
Aww.
it a personal failure. When that might happen is entirely up to you.
The sooner the better.
You have my full support.
Yeah, hurry up
It's
and
been
die,
a
old
dream
man.
since before I can remember. So I would be honored to become a captain someday.
As long as you're willing to do the work, you have my promise. I'll do everything in my power to see that it happens.
Thank you.
I'm gonna have 10 gold circles on my collar. Alright. Go into the bridge. Go into the bridge. Oh, this bunch of nerds. This is I don't remember.
Everyone,
I don't know, this looks kind of like a pretty plain and boring bridge.
I'd like to introduce Commander Jara Rydek, our new first officer.
It's been a while since I've seen those Next Generation movies. I know they like changed like uniforms and stuff like that. I think they changed the design of the ship a little bit, but I don't remember it being this kind of sparse.
What he lacks in humility more than makes up for in ability.
A pleasure to meet you, Commander.
I like his earring.
Next, we have Commander West.
Oh, I apologize for yawning so much. I got up way too early and then spent the day doing errands and then continuing to reorganize my
Commander
office.
It is such an honor to meet you.
This is our tactical officer, Lieutenant Bedrosian.
I actually had to climb on top of my desk today. That was real fun.
I've been following your career for quite some time. And I look forward to learning as much as I can from you.
If anything, the honor is mine.
Well, I have to admit, one of the reasons I've followed your career is because you're part Kobliot. Because of what
Alright.
you've overcome.
I don't know if Kobliot is something that is in the shows. It's like I said, I've only really watched Next Generation. I assume maybe it could have been like a Voyager thing, or I don't know, you run across them at some point in deep space, or
something of an inspiration to me.
what was the
Not
other one?
that I've done anything
Enterprise?
close to what you've done, but you definitely set a
You know, stop
standard to
talking about me. I know I'm
That's
good.
very kind of you to say, but enough about me. We have a lot of work to do.
Oh, yes, of course.
And then, of course, you've already met Commander Ermont. Please do
I remember
everything
you.
can to make Commander Rydek feel at home here. I'll be on the starbase. Have an urgent meeting with the starbase commander to get our authorization to get underway. If they drag their feet any longer, we won't make our rendezvous. The bridge is yours.
Damn right. Alright, now that Captain Mustache is out of the way, sit in the captain's chair. Take a seat.
Commander, Chief Engineer Chovak needs to lower the structural integrity field.
No.
He sent a crew out to recalibrate the emitters in response to the danger posed by the storm. We just need your go-ahead.
Permission granted.
Lowering structural integrity field, now.
Entering maintenance mode. Condition blue.
The storm is getting worse.
Interesting. So when I saw like the episode title, I mean, is this like, are we going back and forth between the two, or are they just treating these like really short episodes of a series? I guess maybe because this is like so Telltale inspired, that maybe it would be like, you know, every hour or 2 hours is an episode or whatever.
She's still got some scars on her.
But that might also be just my holdover mind, because back then those games didn't come out all in one chunk like this did. Like, this is a complete
But
product.
this isn't exactly how I pictured it.
On the outside of the ship?
No. Sometimes it feels like we're just part of the machinery. Don't you want more than that? I mean, Starfleet is noble and all. But it's still a machine.
I am more than that.
Massive machine.
I am more than that. And so are you. You wanted to get away. I enlisted because...
Yeah, lady, you got a cheetah print face.
Years just to get out and see the galaxy. I wanted to go somewhere. See new worlds. Look up at a sky no one's ever seen before. Just because I'm cranky.
I get the feeling that if I existed as a person in the Star Trek universe, at least in like one of the eras that had a holodeck, I would be like Barclay and just lose my fucking mind in the holodeck.
Acknowledged. You may proceed with the recalibration.
This is my dart gun.
Beginning recalibration.
Tune nodes to the center of the circular indicators. Oh. Okay.
Looks good. That wasn't so hard.
That was actually kind of interesting. Something a little bit different for a mini game.
Commander Westbrook, right? Chief Science Officer.
You remembered my name and my rank.
Well, I can tell your rank by the dots on your collar.
Yes, I'm the Chief Science Officer.
I assume this guy wanted to be the XO.
I know this ship inside and out. Better than just about anyone.
What a very impressive list of credentials.
This is a research and discovery ship, first and foremost. Now with a former tactical...
How about you research and discover my foot up your ass?
A Kobliad, or half in your case, is an odd choice for first officer, given your vulnerable condition.
This guy is pleasant.
But if, as an example,
I mean, a lot of Star Trek was space racism and xenophobia.
You'd leave Captain Solano without an XO. Granted, that would be a worst-case scenario.
Yeah, thanks for your concern.
That's very kind of you to be concerned about my well-being. But you don't need to trouble yourself on my account. I'll be fine.
Well, I wouldn't say I was concerned. Just curious, that's all. Listen, can I be blunt, Commander?
I see no reason to stop now.
Commander Sutherland, your predecessor, was one of the best first officers in all of Starfleet. His record was impeccable and his reputation was without equal. I mean no disrespect, but...
Yeah, well, he's dead now.
...into were almost impossible to fill. He was loved by the crew. And he was one of my closest friends.
Hey, we just met. You might like me after you get to know me.
They say familiarity breeds contempt.
Oh, God.
Who knows? Seeing as Captain Solano is on the starbase, Let me give you an update on this ion storm we're flying into.
Shit's
It's
bad.
Unusual. Unlike anything I've ever seen. At the moment, I can't tell you if the Resolute will shrug it off.
I mean, are we actually flying into it? I mean, is that like where we're going? Or is it that storm that's outside while we're docked?
You can come up with a scientific countermeasure.
Like, is this whole space station being sucked into the storm? Oh, that's a Bajoran guy. Okay. All these people got creases. They all got face creases. Need to get a face crease.
Massive energy wave inbound on screen.
Tracing its trajectory.
Starbase docking clamps are holding.
The storm's emissions are fluctuating, coming in waves. And if my projections are right, we're about to get hit by a wide-band burst of
hit so
ionic
hard
energy.
the subtitles
Like a
went away.
I'm reading power abnormalities all over the ship.
Red alert.
Red alert.
Aye. Evacuating main gangway and retracting.
Putting sensor visualization on screen.
With the structural integrity.
I can't see that.
Can't take a direct hit.
Let me put these transparent graphics on the
Shield
screen.
systems are severely impacted. We have limited protection.
I need every available solution. What are our options?
We can weaken the impact of the storm with a deflector pulse.
There's a better way.
I'm sending all auxiliary power to the deflector dish.
Send the aux power to the shields. We can't reactivate the entire shield bubble, but it's a directional threat. So we can orient all we have towards the wave. You have to believe me.
We only get one shot at this. We can't afford to get it wrong.
I'm gonna go with
That's
her.
right, which is why we need to send power to our shields.
Bedrosian, get those shields up.
Rerouting power to shields. Stand by. I need a heading. We've only got one shot.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna pick that guy's
Understood.
option just to try and get him to like me. She seemed pretty confident.
Heading locked.
Raise shields.
That was an interesting... Alright. Giving us some interactivity.
All hands, brace for impact.
And we're dead. Oh, jeez. Yeah, brace for impact. Let me just stand in the middle of this hallway.
What happened?
We have experienced
Oh shit, the thing
surge
that
radiation.
holds Zordon is flipping out.
Oh, you don't say.
This radiation supercharged the plasma, forcing it to backflush through the system and creating a dangerous imbalance.
That can blow out every primary system on the ship.
Just tell us where you need us.
I need you to traverse.
Well,
the
maybe I
hull to
didn't pick the
access
right
point
option
and
then.
recalibrate the port-in-a-cell plasma regulator.
Hey, you guys remember that tragic accident you had right before I get here? Well, prepare for round 2.
We've reached the first access point.
Understood. Do you see the override for the level 1 failsafe circuits?
Well, I'm staring off into space, so no.
Affirmative.
Engage the override. It should allow us to stop the EPS flow to the warp engine without triggering an automatic core shutdown.
Yep. There we go. Let me guess, we're gonna move it to the other side, yep.
Failsafe override engaged.
Are you sure? I am registering some crosstalk in the bypass circuit.
Yeah, I just did
Track
it,
the
dude.
signals so they don't interfere with each other.
Okay. It's like I got my
Ideas to
Doom
Resolute.
key cards.
Failsafes are temporarily disabled. Moving on to the EPS regulator.
Heads up, Carter.
What is that?
One of the discharges coalesced.
It's coming right toward us. I'm gonna try to disrupt it with my phaser.
Okay. Oh. I got it. Oh.
So we gotta climb up the pylon. Not
I cured the storm.
an up, but you know.
Use your phaser to clear a path. Oh. Get out of here. Oh. Should probably not kill her, I guess. I got the fastest phaser. They call me Dr. Phaser. Is that making like underwater noises? Stop walking in front of my phaser. Ah! Oh, sorry. I mean, you are kind of like walking right in front of where I gotta shoot, you know. Oh. Check out my boots.
Opening the access panel.
I am now halting the EPS flow to the port nacelle. We have little time before it
I
causes
can't
an
move.
overload in the engine. You must work efficiently.
It won't let me. Oh no, this controller died! Oh god. Okay, I did it with a mouse. Oh my god, every controller I own is dying. Is this one working yet? D? Okay, I think the Xbox controller is working. Had two controllers die. This is off to a great start. We got it. Nope.
PS lines to the port warp engine are back in balance. Almost done. Once I cycle the manifold nozzles, Chobot can...
You've been struck by a green lightning bolt. Jesus! Oh, is the captain gonna die and we're gonna become the captain? Watch out, mustache!
Get down! DS to bridge. We just lost the docking clamp. Down. All vibrations, too. We can't finish the EPS regulation in these conditions. Please advise.
We have to release the ship from that other docking clamp or the hull will be ripped apart.
That sounds about right.
The clamps are supposed to disengage automatically in an emergency, but it's not working.
Not working.
What are our options?
Man, everything is going wrong.
Exploding bolts for an emergency release.
We've got crew out there. That'd be like setting off a bomb next to them.
Maybe there's another way.
Starbase is hailing us.
Put him through.
Resolute, the remaining mooring arm is failing. You need to disengage from the starbase now.
Yeah, well, I'm aware.
Damage to the station will be catastrophic.
We have crew outside and are looking for the
We
safest
have
way
people
to...
on this station. If that mooring arm breaks, we could lose dozens of crew.
Commander, hear me out. Reverse the polarity of the hull, which theoretically will repel the docking clamps.
And propel the engineering crew right off the hull into the storm.
This is Captain Solano. Put me on screen.
Go ahead. Captain, we have a situation.
Commander, what are you doing? Blow the bolts on the docking clamp.
The captain doesn't know the whole story.
I'm giving you an order.
Just trust me, dude.
Captain, you brought me here because you trusted me. Can you trust
You're
me
on your
now?
cushy little star base.
You better be sure you make the right decision.
The captain made himself quite clear.
They're gonna get hammered with debris out there. Reverse the polarity.
There is protocol.
And there are lives.
We're gonna reverse the
Stand by.
polarity.
We're gonna flip hull polarity to disengage the clamps.
Yes, Commander.
Now, Spock Jr. is indifferent to that decision.
Repair crew, this is Acting Captain Jara Rydek. Be advised, we are going to reverse hull polarity to free us from the remaining docking clamps.
So you're just gonna get, like, fucking hurled into space, you know, just... Oh, I like that. I want one of those.
8, 7.
I want a little
6,
suction cup.
5, 4,
Oh,
3,
shit.
2, 1. Mark.
Did I actually get it? That thing moves so slow.
Grab my hand. I got you.
Thank you.
Plasma imbalance is reaching critical condition.
That seems
There are moments
bad.
from primary system failure.
I got it.
I got it. Didn't you see how buff I was earlier? I was bench pressing all that debris out there. This game has really good struggling noises. Well, now you help. That seems bad. Well, just get your phaser out. Oh, Jesus! I think she's dead.
Encelar's hurt and unconscious. I'm gonna have to tow her back to
I'm
the
gonna
airlock.
suction my clamp to her
The
butt.
situation has changed. You are at risk of triggering a substantial electromagnetic arc if you approach the main hull the way you came.
But Commander, the way we came is the nearest airlock.
There's an auxiliary hatch near you on the far end of the pylon. You must bring
Is
Miss
she just
Edgar
like
there to
lifelessly floating behind me? Yep.
Roger that.
Alright.
Go in there now.
Wait, is this just Death Stranding? Like she's my little bottle baby attached to me? This is... I'm sorry, but this is kind of ridiculous. Just my dead hand.
I'm at the auxiliary.
Drag me. Drag me, Diaz. Oh yeah, no, I'm just totally fine now. I always wake up 15 seconds after getting blasted in the face by a piece of the hull.
You go first.
What?
Let me save your neck this time.
Alright, see ya.
No time to fight me on this. Get in there.
You better be right behind me.
She's gonna die. Yeah. Yep, I knew it. Just drop down! Yep. See ya. Everybody will remember that. Did that just like say that she didn't like the fact that she's dead?
We're in.
They're safe, bringing the Sif fully online.
Not the Sif.
Do it.
The price of duty. I wonder where this game saves. I have not seen like an autosave thing anywhere. Interesting. Alright. Because obviously eventually I'm going to stop playing this game. I want to make sure that it's saved.
But Encelar.
Here, let me help you.
Okay. Ooh.
Medical. We've got one wounded at my location. Millie.
Oh man.
I brought this chair.
We'll see you at sickbay.
Was it just me, or was that like really like weirdly sparsely, like no audio?
The repair
Like,
crew made it inside.
what was the budget on this game?
The SIF is back.
I mean, I like this quite a bit. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm really enjoying this, but what was the budget on this game?
Hull polarity minimize damage to the Resolute. We'll have some last-minute repairs to make, but if we reapportion some of the staff, we can make our departure on time. As of now, however, we are successfully moored to the station.
Good to hear. Send updates to my ready room. Commander Rydek?
I'm gonna go play with my train. Do you want to come play with my train too?
You disobeyed my orders.
Nah.
Well?
It was the right decision.
Respectfully, Captain, I made the right choice given the information
You
I had.
disobeyed my orders! And not just in front of the bridge crew, but the Starbase staff as well. That's going to get around. My name's already tarnished around the fleet.
Well, maybe it's time for you to step down then, bud.
Credibility on this ship. From the top to the bottom. Bridge to lower decks.
Captain, I told you I'd be honest, so here it is. Maybe I shouldn't have disobeyed a direct order, but you were wrong. You weren't on board, and you didn't have all the information. So I made the right decision for the ship. If you're worried about your credibility, put your ego aside and trust your crew. Trust me.
You might have won some fans on the bridge with that stunt. But not
Yes, the stunt that saved people's lives.
has already bent my ear.
I'm sure he doesn't take it personally.
Okay, bend my ear isn't a bad thing. Bend your ear just means to talk to you. You mean like chew you out?
I guess we all are. And if I'm being honest, I'm not sure what I would have done in the moment either. You never really know.
So I'm just gonna be irrationally upset at you.
So, just boil it down to you did what you had to.
Thank you for understanding, sir. I'm sure no one knows the burden of command as well as you do.
Man, this woman's entire dialogue is nothing but like backhanded compliments and like passive aggression.
Despite it all, we got our final Starfleet clearance to depart. So if you'll fetch Mr. Ermont, we'll knock out the final details of any outstanding repairs, and we'll set out for Hotari.
Yes, sir.
All right. Oh, okay. There's the save icon. Okay. All I ask is a tall ship. I want them tall, thick, and nasty.
All departments reporting full mission readiness. We've got our full complement on board.
This is my favorite moment, right now.
Riding the turbo
The
lift.
start of a new mission is always full of possibility.
The Orion Syndicate could sell it as a drug.
Shut up, number 2, or you're not gonna be part of Turbo
I'll let
Team.
the Admiralty hear you say that.
Captain on the bridge.
Sit. Sit, everyone.
Give me 2 hot dog bowls.
You all know, I'm not big on speeches. We're embarking on the first mission since our refit. Let's make it a good one.
We're embarking on our first mission since, like, a series of tragic incidents. Surely this will just be fine, right?
Thrusters ahead, Mr. Handar. That should do it. Set a course for the Hotari system. Prepare to go to Warp 8.
Aye, Captain.
You know what? You take this one.
Me?
Engage.
Engage.
Shit, I should have done do it. This is how we do it. On a starship base. Into outer space.
Simple, but effective.
Yeah, I mean, it worked for the greatest Starfleet commander of all time, so...
Easy. Thank you. I'm fine.
She need her drug?
Really,
She needs her drug.
You don't look so good.
Yeah, I just tipped over. Oh, no. Shouldn't she, like, always have it on her? I mean, I don't think those outfits have pockets, but maybe she could have some type of satchel full of drugs? Oh, jeez. If she's in this bad shape, why didn't they bring it to her? Instead of making her, like, wander around the ship half dead. Oh, am I in charge yet? Is mustache still around? What's this?
Well, that was quite a scare. A few minutes more and it would have been one of the shortest tenures on record for a first officer.
That's promising.
Is that the engineer that was out on the hull?
That storm did a real number on her, but she'll live. Just needs rest. You should worry about yourself. Your iridium levels got dangerously low and destabilized your cell structure.
This is definitely one of the more memorable first days I can think of.
My name is Dr. Aram Duval, Chief Medical Officer. To be honest, I've never met a Kobliad before. You're
rare. I know.
Okay, now I'm starting to get the feeling that maybe they didn't exist before this game. Maybe they're new.
People's numbers have dwindled, despite the Federation's efforts to find a more readily available alternative to the duridium you need to survive. Yet you joined Starfleet and managed to thrive. I imagine the responsibility must be overwhelming. Maybe even a burden at times.
No. It does make me unique, but it's not a burden at all. I'm honored to be Kobliad, to represent my people.
As you should be. And don't worry, I won't treat you like a science experiment. I just do the science and leave the experiments to Solano.
You don't
I like this woman's like Bride of Frankenstein thing she's got going on here.
Of acceptable risks. Not when the lives of your crew are at stake. My professional opinion is that the accident took a toll. More than he's willing to admit. He's overstressed, operating in the pressure cooker of his own mind. Which is never a good headspace when the lives of your crew are at stake. What concerns me is that now he's even further away from the thing he's been chasing his entire career. Breakthrough discovery. The major innovation.
I don't know if he's learned his lesson. I haven't even interacted with him yet. Or no, wait. Oh, she's talking about the captain. I thought she was talking about the Vulcan guy.
The more risk he'll be willing to take.
I hear you. But that's my job, isn't it? To make sure that doesn't happen.
Nah, we'll keep mustache in check.
And lose sight of the bigger picture.
Which is exactly why I'm so glad you're here. We need you now more than ever. And I have to give you credit for what happened on the bridge. It took guts.
Game recognizes game, right, lady?
Huh. I guess word travels fast around here.
It's a small ship. And everyone's curious about the new XO. Fortunately, your cell structure is almost completely stabilized.
I got you on that purple stuff.
But I do feel it's my responsibility to remind you, without regular infusions of duridium, you will not live. It's as simple as that.
Understood.
So I wish they would explain. So does she keep like little syringes around, or does she have to go and have this thing done every time? Like, how does it normally operate? Like, we've seen the ring on her finger that shows like if you're all like wobbly and you know.
On the bridge. No one knew what was happening.
Yeah, it looked bad.
I can't even imagine what it must have looked like.
Well, it looked like a lady fell over.
No, not at all.
Then he ran out the door.
You don't have to feel embarrassed. Everyone understands this is part of what it means to be Kobliad. You trusted me earlier with the shields.
and I appreciated that. I want you to know that I have your back.
Thank you.
I think maybe it's like the lack of footsteps, kind of. Maybe that's what's throwing me off with the audio. Like, I guess maybe like lack of Foley work in a way.
Complete the diagnostic sequence, and this shuttle will be cleared.
And it also keeps dropping subtitles.
The storm in the Hotari region will interfere with our transporters, so we need all available shuttlecraft in working order.
Excuse me, Commander Chobot.
Petty Officer Maris, I will leave you to your work.
They got a thing going on?
I stopped by sickbay and saw Nui. I figured you'd want to know.
Well, it's not really my fault. Is she mad, I guess?
Did she say anything about... Is she mad at me for going in the hatch first?
She had some choice words.
She told me to!
I tried to smooth things over, but I think you're gonna have to make things right with her yourself.
Lady, you told me to do that.
Duval said she'll be back on duty soon, though.
Come on. I have to run the final diagnostic.
I can't stay long. I've got a long to-do list before we get to Hotari, and things are piling on faster than I can check them off. We're making all our last-minute checks and security, too.
Yeah, we'll be ready.
Security are short-staffed.
Well, nothing's ever 100%, but we'll be good to go.
And if you wait until you are ready, it's probably too late. Which is why I didn't want to wait for just the right time. I had a chance to think about this while I was away. Then you and Millie almost got killed out on the hull. And I thought it was important that I just come out and tell you.
I'm gonna marry the ship.
Instead of tiptoeing around it. Or worse.
Yeah, are you okay?
Miranda, is everything all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Maybe even...
I'm the subject of a TLC show called I'm in Love with the Ship.
We've been really good friends for a long time. But I got back here and
I'm gonna put my mouth on that tailpipe. Let me rub that bumper.
Than just being friends.
Oh shit. One of the options should have just been like, alright, alright. Yeah, I feel the same way. What's
You
up?
don't have to explain it. I feel the
I
same
may
way.
have the hair of a 45-year-old man, the face of a 20-year-old, and the voice of a 12-year-old. But I'm all man, baby.
If it's there for you, and it's there for me, why not give it a try?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I just said yes.
I wanted to be sure I heard that right.
These are...
The other lady comes out. I was in that doctor's office for one day. You're cheating on me.
You know, with us.
Do we have to tell her? Is she interested?
I'm just really glad that you said something.
I'm gonna live my life. I don't need to tell her anything. She's mad at me for doing what she told me to do.
I'm glad to.
So whatever happens next is great with me.
Level 1 diagnostic complete.
I have to get back to that.
Oh, is that what they call it these days?
They're probably looking for me.
Oh, I've been so stressed out this week. I gotta go complete a level 1 diagnostic.
I'll be seeing you.
Okay.
Approaching the rendezvous point outside Atari space.
So what did they have to do with a tall ship?
Dropping to impulse.
Is that like a weird euphemism?
Ionic interference surging, Captain.
Boop.
Shield integrity holding.
We can take it.
We are at the correct
Like a cartoon, like a little boing sound would have been great right there.
Find us our diplomat, if you will.
Aye, Captain.
Yeah, in these asteroids.
Let's reduce the noise. Filter out environmental signals. I can manually tune what's left for Federation signal types.
Oh wow, I gotta work this? I'm working it. the hell? Oh, I was doing it too fast? Okay. So that thing that looks like a microphone in the middle?
I've located the shuttle.
Opening comms.
On screen.
I like to think that in the world she was just doing this next to him.
Shuttle to Resolute. Debris field. Lost maneuvering. Losing.
I can't get it any clearer.
It won't get a transporter lock. It's just not happening.
Power up the tractor beam. We'll pull them directly into the docking bay.
No, this guy's back.
Diaz, you good to run the
Oh,
tractor
I'm just
emitter?
benching.
Yes, sir.
Come on, Diaz. First thing,
I'm just out there doing
lock onto the
flips.
shuttle and stabilize the rotation.
Triple flip, triple double flip, triple flip, triple double triple flip. Call up Radio Shack, see if they got a quadrupler for my space shuttle.
We're pulling in debris.
I'm on it.
I guess we better get this one next. We did it! Uh-oh.
That's gonna take out the shuttle. Diaz, the bridge. There's a large piece of debris headed for the shuttle. The tractor beam can't handle it.
Can our shields take it?
I believe so.
Commander Rydek, plot an intercept course.
On it.
Okay. Interesting.
Here we go. Maneuvering thrusters bearing 53 Mark 17, 200 meters.
We're just
on
gonna
an intercept
hockey
course.
check the shit out of this asteroid.
Got it.
Whoa! Someone's working hard on the bridge.
Okay. Oh, it wants me to. Okay, that makes sense. Oh no! Right into the rock! I did! What is story mode? Oh, is that like an easy
On
mode?
the bridge.
Is that fast enough? Apparently. It's interesting that there's that story mode setting because in the options there's like nothing for difficulty, nothing for anything really. It's like subtitles on, off, and screen size. Kind of odd for a PC game.
We got the shuttlecraft on board.
Good job. We're on our way down to meet.
I mean, aside from like the subtitles dropping, I haven't had any bugs. I know that, you know, like some of the podcasts I listened to this week that talked about this said that they had like widespread bugs. I don't know if maybe that's the console version and not the PC version. I'm not sure.
Ambassador Spock.
Oh, it's Spock. What's up, Nimoy?
The captain will be right down to meet you, sir.
In that case, I will wait for him here.
That's a pretty good sound alike. It's not bad. Leonard Nimoy had a distinct enough voice that I think you could, you know, find somebody that could capture it. let's just make small talk.
Welcome to the Resolute, Ambassador.
Thank you, Petty Officer...
Carter? Carter Diaz. Sir.
I am pleased to meet you, Petty Officer Carter Diaz. It appears I have you to thank for my safe arrival. Your assistance arrived not a moment too soon, if I may say so.
Well, let's kiss his ass a little bit.
Glad we could get you here in one piece.
Indeed. We thought we were prepared for our arrival in Hotari space, but it is evident my craft was not sufficiently robust for such intense ionic activity.
This is a really good sound-alike.
There was an element that was most unusual. Before you came to our aid, our maneuvering thrusters and impulse engines were rendered inoperable.
Oh, my controller's dying again.
To the short traversal at warp speed.
Boy, what is the deal with this?
We could not achieve warp at all, even though our diagnostics computer showed no.
Wonder if it's this cable.
Anomalies. What do you make of that? When all indications say that warp speed is possible, but in practice, we find.
I haven't used this controller before. I bought it a couple months ago, and I just haven't used it. And then it's an Xbox, Xbox controller, and I needed to get one of those like rechargeable battery packs because, of course, it doesn't have a rechargeable battery because they haven't caught up to everybody else. And so I went out and got one today, and it's I don't know, a little wonky, I guess. I don't know if it's the battery, if it's the cable, or what.
Ambassador Spock.
Excuse me.
I'm honored to have you aboard. I'd like to get right to
Cram it, mustache. I'm in charge now. Aw, Spock likes him. Provocation to war. Alright, this will probably be the last chapter we do tonight. I will pick this back up. We'll do this again next week.
Ambassador Spock, my senior staff. It's not every day that a captain gets to welcome a Starfleet legend aboard.
You flatter me, Captain Solano.
Stop it.
Legend implies the past tense, whereas I am very much focused on our present circumstances.
I didn't mean to suggest you were stuck in the past. You're right, Ambassador. Not the most diplomatic choice of words.
I like that while you're thinking of what to say next, they just kind of like ramble on and talk to themselves.
True enough.
We were hoping you could fill us in on the details. We got the basics from Starfleet. Two formerly peaceful neighbors are now on the brink of war.
Indeed, and the tension between them grows fiercer by the hour.
Intense eye-padding.
Lydia and Hotari. The Lydians are the more advanced species. They made first contact with the Hotari over a century ago.
You can tell by this because they have goatees.
The Hotari moon. It is rich in dilithium, and for decades, the Hotari and the Illydians have shared a mining operation there. The Illydians provide the technological resources, while the Hotari have served as the labor force. The stability of that arrangement was the source of their peace, until recently. The Hotari have suddenly and forcefully seized control of the mining operations and expelled the Illydians from their system. That is the official story, as told by the Hotari when they requested Federation mediation.
Alright.
But the details remain scant.
So, I guess maybe I'm a little confused.
Ionic interference.
If we're a science ship, why are we getting involved in this, like, political discourse?
Or taken any action against them?
Surprisingly, they have not yet responded in kind. They were open to a Federation presence. But it is unlikely the relatively primitive Hotari forces would stand a chance against the elite.
Well, yeah, theirs are much longer.
Left unchecked, this conflict will result in more bloodshed, which is what we are here to prevent.
And the dilithium trade hangs in the balance.
Clearly, the Hotari have been exploited in this relationship.
Maybe we can persuade them peace is the more profitable alternative for everyone. They both profited from the mines. And for the Hatari, something is better than nothing. Peace is our objective, after all.
We can call it profitable or mutually beneficial, but at the end of the day,
Yeah,
the Hatari are still
that's
being
true.
exploited for their own resources.
True peace is not merely the absence of war.
Ooh, good
And
point,
as such,
Spock.
This conflict will surely come again.
Neither the Illidians or the Hotari are members of the Federation, so we can't make them do anything.
There is an additional complicating factor I should mention. In the past, the Federation has relied on Illidians as a source of dilithium.
You don't want to know how the sausage is made.
Federation sources its dilithium from a lot of places.
Yeah, and this is one of them.
That means the Hotari have no reason to trust us.
I wouldn't go that far, Commander.
We are completely neutral in this matter.
But you're not completely neutral. If you're milking them for their resources and they're taking advantage of these other people, you're not neutral.
Given the Federation's involvement in the Illidium dilithium trade,
Apparently he liked what I said, though.
Solano and I must make every effort to appear neutral in these negotiations.
What worries me is if this whole thing unravels and we're at the mercy of the storm at less than full strength.
We can't let it come to that.
Considering what the Ion Storm has done to our ship, and the Ambassador's shuttle, we have to assume the Illidian fleet has had problems with it as well. This recent surge in the energy disturbance temporarily levels the playing field.
Commander Westbrook is correct. The energy anomalies around the Hotari systems have been noted.
It is a perfect storm.
That may answer why the Hotari were able to strike back after so long. They finally had an opportunity and they took it.
That would also explain the Illidians' restraint.
And reason to learn as much about the energy anomaly as we can while we are here. We do not want to be caught at a disadvantage of our own. So I trust we understand our circumstances.
We're operating on a strict timetable here, and we're going to be leaving for the negotiations shortly. Commander Westbrook, I want you to leverage our systems to investigate the anomaly from here while we're gone.
Aye, Captain.
Thank you all.
Dismissed.
All right.
I want to speak to both of you privately.
Okay.
Ambassador Spock, I'd like to make a formal introduction. My first officer, Commander Jara Rydek.
Commander, as you are aware,
Spock,
there are limits to what Captain Solano and I can do in our official capacity as representatives of the Federation. But someone in an unofficial capacity,
Oh.
officer, for example, would not
Are we
be
going
bound by those
undercover?
restrictions. Commander Rydek could ingratiate herself to certain parties behind the scenes, where they may be more candid in revealing information that could lead to a resolution.
She certainly goes her own way.
I'm perfectly happy to work outside the lines.
How many you need me to kill?
You will be doing your duty, Commander.
Just not too far outside the lines. Well, I hope
I never was
Rydek
good with
will have
crayons,
to find out
Captain.
What really happened than we will through official diplomatic channels.
The fate of the negotiations, the interests of the Federation, and the prospect for peace may very well depend on it.
All right. Is this a new thing? Nope. Okay. Oh, it is. Okay. Well, I think that that's going to be a good stopping point. So, yeah, we are going to pick this back up again. So the plan for this week is obviously on Monday, another episode of Perfect Reload Weekly. I think Thursday will be a new episode of Full Motion Sickness. Next Friday, we're going to be streaming again at night because that is the day that Street Fighter 6 comes out. So I'll be streaming some Street Fighter 6. So the plan, I guess, probably pick up Star Trek Resurgence next Saturday and go from there. So yeah, lots of stuff coming to the channel over the course of this week. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. I dig this game. I think this is pretty cool. I kind of been missing those Telltale style games, and this is kind of, filling that hole in my heart. So yeah, I'm looking forward to picking it up, especially since it looks like the story is kind of, we're getting there. We're making things happen, right? So yeah, back at it again. Watch the show on Monday. So I'll have some thoughts on this and some thoughts on Warhammer Bolt Gun that came out this week. We'll talk about the Sony showcase, whole bunch of fun stuff. And then, like I said, streaming a couple of times throughout the week, Street Fighter 6, more of this. And yeah, should be a fun time. Take it easy, everybody, and we'll see you